Good evening and welcome to the Metaphysical Art Theater. My name is Lindell, and tonight the Metaphysical Art Theater is presenting this drama man, this play of humanity, as I said, which we're all involved in varying degrees of intensity and intent. And as I heard it so many times over the years, to be or not to be, that is the question. And I said, oh yes, every time I heard that. But did I actually discern the message, the ramifications, the modifications, the changes that I could make in my life much more pleasurable if I would just understand a simple statement as to be or not to be, do it or don't do it? Well, you're making decisions, and making a decision, a change, a desired change in your thinking and feeling, it seems so difficult for people to do so because most feel that they're not prepared, they're not worthy, and, well, being prepared is actually an effort to know before you'll do, rather than just acting in faith. Well, before you actually step out, before you'll actually act, you feel that you need to know all the ramifications in advance, and you're actually given so. But the idea is that you are to enact in imagination, in the theater of mind, I am that, claiming better than the best you've yet known. Your dream, your mission, your goal. The Bible, the Holy Bible, is to know that you know where you're going and to show you that there is, you can, whatsoever has already been provided. And all you're really being told to do is just that, to ask. Ask. You receive not because you ask not, or you're asking amiss. Yes, there is more to it than that, but it's you showing up. You are receiving. And whatever you are experiencing is what you already have imagined, what you have thought of. You have the evidence. If you just step out in faith and believe beyond what the senses are telling you, imaginal activity, dreaming the dream, we're told to do this. Imagining creates the real in this drama man. Well, your action in the theater of mind, imagining created the drama man, and it is, yes, made he them man, male, female, made he man, and it is our imaginal activity that we're experiencing. He gave man the power to imagine in his imagination. That's God himself. Man's wonderful human imagination is God himself. Well, what is it that we're doing? We're dressing our world, and we're told, dress our world. And you're given the word to do so, and you're using the word, and you have permission, you have authority to do so. But what are you doing? Dressing your world how? Well, games that have empty victories the next day. If that's what has your attention, why not invest yourself, in yourself, for your winning? And if that sounds like me stuff, okay, but listen to this. You have a valid say, and you're about saying your valid say. And your world of experiencing is exactly that, the result of what you're saying with your valid say. Well, whether you're aware or not, the idea is to be aware. It's still creative. Yes, it's still creative. Well, if you're suspicious or not suspicious as you think you are, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, so does he, so has he. If you want a place to start right there. Well, if you want to see better of what's happening in your world, in the physical, then you can do so in the mental, in the imagination, in the theater of mind. That's where it is we do our work, in our world of experiencing. Well, just look at what it is that you have been thinking feelingly about, and you can see so just by looking at your everydayness, because it is the reflection of as within, so without. Is it lovely? Is it a good report? And if not, why not? Look, as you think you are, you do, you have, you be, that's the story. The situations, the ramifications, the trade-offs, they're with you. All the help you need is nearer than hands and feet, you're told. Yeah, all the help that you need. Look, if you're arguing with someone in memory, bad feelings about anything that's going on out there, set it all aside. I prefer you just drop it all together, but for the moment, set it aside. No one's going to take it. It'll be there when you return from your meditation. Go into the silence. In other words, be still and know that I am God is the message. And I know you've heard enough in any one of these half-hour sessions. Well, of the 8 that are on CDs, tapes, DVDs, any one of these talks will start you in remembering. Yes. Well, open and quicken. Yes, you can open a whole package if you'll just allow yourself to move in and to think from. I mean, just go back and run through everything you said. What has your attention, and pay attention. Because that's what you do. You may even say, wow, I believe that. But what you're really saying is that you heard something worthy of your attention, so pay attention. Really, pay attention. Well, Neville tells us our attention is the coin of heaven. I mean, you may not believe it at the moment. I mean, but if it sounded like something that's worthy of your attention, then persevere. Do so for a time. Look, you can be set free almost immediately if you're really wholehearted about your search. Seek and you shall find. You know, look, I know about the lazy-mindedness, the double-mindedness. I suffered that for many years. Well, my being involved in this, my being involved in that. I mean, so much, so many times, it was really not leading me where I wanted to go. And in private interviews, those who will say, so many times, and many of the times they're not really even hearing themselves, they're denying themselves. And are we not told that all denial is self-denial? From Scripture, yes, the Bible. Look, if there's anything denying you, it's you denying you because you're given. Choose this day. And if you're not investing yourself, in the time to choose wisely, better than the best, see, that's self-denial. But you are choosing this day. Maybe it's something that may have happened a long time ago, an old scenario. Yeah, but it'll happen again down the line. See, being in the now, in imagination, to the best that you can imagine at the moment, and expand and expand and expand on that, and be persistent, be consistent to do so. Yeah, really revel in the idea, claiming, well, if you'll keep doing so, yeah. Your contemplation will lead to meditation, and meditation will lead to I am that I am. And once you make the claim, see, well, into your new drama, the new man, no more the old man. Yeah, you have to really feel it, because feeling is the secret. Neville Goddard wrote a book, Feeling is the Secret. And I can tell you that that opened my eyes and my heart and my mind, visions of the world that I had never even considered before. Visions of the gifts that we were all given, already given, even before that the world was. Yes, given, already given. Well, for those who are made in his image, and that's all of us, yes, male, female, made, he, them, man. So man, every child born of woman, has the gifts. But to recognize the gifts, you have to be still and know that I am God. The gifts of mind and speech, given for you to choose this day better than the best, to be transformed by the renewing of mind. All things are possible to those who believe, we're told. Feel after him and you'll find him. You doing, being, having your heart's desire. If that's what you're really focused on, if that's what you're really feeling after, and if you'll just do so consistently, persistently for a time, just set a time aside every day to do so. It's a worthwhile investment, I assure you. Beneficial beyond anything you can imagine at the moment, I assure you. Well, some say teacher, some say preacher, but actually we're all preachers. We're all teachers, preaching, teaching something. Every time you speak to another human being, you either help them or you help drive them crazy. Yeah, that was a quote from S.I. Hayakawa. Every time you speak to another human being, you either help them or you help drive them crazy. Well, I found this to be really true. Yes. Well, yeah, even what you're saying to yourself also, yes. Well, you're here and you're speaking to yourself, even if it's nothing audible. If you'll just invest the time to go beyond natural man-mind reasoning and the senses, and you're given to do so. Oh, it's well documented that it's within your ability. Actually, it isn't even about ability. It's your willingness. You're given to do so every day. Choose this day. Focusing. Yes, focusing the force, the energy. Am I talking about the force? Yeah. Actually, it's not actually a force. It is an energy that needs to be directed into choose this day. And that is what you're doing, willingly or unwillingly, knowingly or unknowingly. You're directing energy into your world of experiencing as within, so without. That's the drama man, the play of humanity for all of us. As within, so without. Just start right there. Well, you're equating the force with love, and love needs to force nothing. Love can be a force, but it need not be. There's only God. And absolute love loves absolutely. That is the study of Scripture. If you don't come away with that, then you missed it. The story is, Son, all I have is yours. He gave himself to you completely. Yes, to awaken to I am that I am, always better than the best. See, the grand I am, that's consciousness of being. That's God. Consciousness of being something. That's man, the drama, the play of humanity, what I'm doing, this play of humanity. But that isn't who you are. That's merely what you're doing. In, through, and of the one power. Yes. Would you now take control to actually direct your thinking and feeling? Which is how you are directing the power through your world of experiencing in your everydayness. And the subconscious mind is the producer. No, it's not here to debate anything or take issue with you. No, it's not here in any way to change what you're thinking feelingly about, but only produce it. Well, you're warned many times to be aware. To be aware of what it is you believe, because believing is receiving, and that's rather it's good or otherwise. And if you believe it's a rotten place to live, well then that's exactly what it will be for you, a rotten place to live, even if it isn't for everyone else around you. Look, there are those who live in places that we here in the United States would consider just utterly unacceptable. But yet, there are happy people there. And I said that, and some people said, well, that's because they don't know anything. Yes, in a sense, you're right. Because there is so much that they don't know, but then there's so much that we don't know either. Well, we're totally unaware of. Well, the more we do know, the better our lives will be, I assure you.